Civil War is the newest Alex Garland joint, a film that follows Kirsten Dunst's character Lee, a jaded and cynical photojournalist, with her partner Joel, played by Wagner Moura, as they are going to interview the President of the United States, as a senior journalist, Sammy, played by Stephen McKinley Henderson, and a young up-and-coming photographer who's a huge fan of Lee's work, Jesse, played by Cailee Spaeny, tags along with them. The twist being that this film is set during another Civil War in the old US of A. Now, going into this one being set in a setting like this, you'd almost expect some kind of political leaning, but honestly, Garland keeps the film pretty neutral, much like the art of journalists should do. It's a cold look into this war as you tag along with people on the front line who've seen it all, echoing the callous tone that this is just another conflict, but this time set on home soil. The film explores different ways to interrupt war and other major issues by presenting a pretty upfront them versus them with a middling people that would rather keep their heads in the sand and keep life rolling. It's a pretty harsh statement that even people will do nothing even if it's on their front door, which echoes the jaded and cynical Lee as she walks through all of this chaos looking for something that will finally shake these bystanders, that she's also probably aware doesn't even exist. The story coming parallels with Jesse's character. She has hope, passion, and innocence that Lee once had. It's a car full of people presenting the past, present, and future. As the film doesn't hold any punches back, you're thrust into this hellish, almost surreal nightmare as one of these characters. You can either look for hope or you're beaten down with a bleak cynicism, but what the film does not allow you to do is look away. You are here and it will force you to look into the depths of humanity that isn't far away, bringing the horrors to our front doors as Americans rather than it being in a far off country. There's no real degree of separation. The choice to use photos as intercuts during the film were profoundly powerful, even more so than the intense, brutal action set pieces that are masterfully done. The film is beautifully shot with seamless CG effects. It feels much larger in scope than it actually is. Most of the movie is rather small with just 4 people in a car kind of road trip, but you kind of get these grandiose moments that really inflates the scale nicely. All the performances are great here, especially Wagner Moura, who I personally thought stole the show. There are some great choices on when not to use music or sound, and the sound design is great, but I also kind of hated some of the music choices and sometimes where they ended up using them. There's several moments where not only did I feel like the music wasn't very fitting, but I also feel like it took me out of the scene and became very distracting, undermining the emotion of the scene. There's also a few moments of the comedy that really fell flat for me, again feeling really misplaced. There's just like moments I think Garland tries to propose a joke and I didn't find it funny, and I felt like it kind of took away from what the film had going for it. Still though, I really loved this one and it left a real impact on me. I haven't stopped thinking about it since I saw it and would definitely recommend checking this one out. I'm giving it an 8 out of 10 so far. It's one that could go up on a second viewing, it could go down, but honestly I can't wait to catch this one again. You can follow me for more reviews, and if you want to support what I do, you can consider subscribing or becoming a member or Patreon. Thank you. Bye.